Hello my crafty friends, it's Krista here from Second Chance Creations. I'm here in Australia and I'd like to do a quick project share and also a couple of listings for my Etsy store. I'll do the project share first because it was a lot of fun. Leather wallets. I bought this probably a few years ago and it's lovely and worn, nice and soft. I sometimes see them in the op shops and I've never really bothered, to pick any up. Anyway, and I didn't want to throw this away. I just wanted a different style, a different colour, and I was lucky enough to get hold of another leather wallet which was on special, a new one. But what I've made is I've made a little wallet journal. I've put a couple of eyelets in, okay, so it's a Midori style, and I've popped in some papers. I used some of these for tags, and I've made a little notebook that goes in here, and I've got another couple of plain tags just there. So I'm going to make some more tags to put in here. You've got pockets here. You can put something, maybe altered paper clips in there. You have a zipper here. It's a Colorado purse and another compartment here. What I was thinking, it would be great to take with me when I go out and about, like if I've got to take a bit of my crafting with me, and I can put specific little bits and bobs in there if I know what I'm going to be doing. And here is just an assortment of papers. If I can get this undone, I've just looped it in there, I think. How did I do that? Oh, I've made a big knot in it. Well, that's not going to be any good. So yeah, and I thought, that means I can keep it and repurpose it. So in the middle I have an envelope. And I've got a little flip out. So I've used a lot of my scrappy papers here, which I think is just a brilliant idea, and I used a bit of scrap vellum there. So yeah, so I might make this string a little bit longer, I think, just so that it doesn't annoy me if it's too short. So how cool is that? So if you have a wallet, don't throw it. Pop in a couple of eyelets, bit of elastic, scrappy bits, and you can actually still use it as a wallet. I can put all my cards in there if I wish. I might even just do that for my other handbag because sometimes I forget. And yeah, I mean, how cool is that? So have a think about it. If you have a wallet and and it's plenty of room in it, not overstuffed with credit cards and stuff, pop in some eyelets. So food for thought. How cool is that? All right. So now, of course, while I was on wallet theme, I've made a horse wallet with a travel notebook inside. And there's a lot of tutorials out there, and there was a specific one, and I know I should have written it down, but I'm going to leave the lady's name in the description box, and that I've watched do it. So I used a file folder and I covered it with shoe polish. Then I think I did about 3 coats, and the shoe polish is not like a brown, it's like a real chestnut, hence the photo. And this was gifted me with some happy mail. It was a secret happy mail, so thank you whoever sent me that. A little golden horseshoe, which is was part of a bracelet. Sorry ladies, my band-aid I've got back on my hand. My hands are playing up again. So yes, I had really fun making this, and they don't take that much time. It did with this one because, it involved some measuring. And this is a hairband, and it's plaited, and I thought how cool would that be, because, we do plait horses' manes. So let's go inside. So it's pretty well secure and it's got a nice feel to it. It's a matte Mod Podge, and what I done was when I did the shoe polish, let it dry, put another coat on, let it dry, and then I lightly sanded it back, and I used some of my chalk, and I just grate, because I don't have I didn't want to use black, I used some of my grated chalk and just went over it to get some of the dark brown in it. Okay, so yes, and then I sealed it with Mod Podge again and flattened it out under some books, and that's how it's come out. I really like it. So let's venture in. And the inside, of course, is all lined with tapestry fabric. And I've been using a lot of book pages that have like art magazines, because they have the artist sketches, paintings in there, and some of the colouring is really, really cool and used for backgrounds, and that's what I've done here. And I've just noticed I've got a bit of, let's let me fix that, got a bit of napkin there, because I decoupaged these horses on, and I only just finished it. Let me get something here too. Okay, so yeah, so it's lined, it's got the two pockets. Here I've made a little pocket and it has an altered plain card. Okay, and I've just put some lined paper from a diary on there, and it has a horse picture on the back, and that just fits in really snug in there. And then on this end I made a pocket, and this is from a paper pad that I purchased quite a while ago. It had all the brickwork, I love it, and I decoupaged a napkin on there. I'm just going to check to make sure this video is doing its right thing. Oh yes. And I've had these paper pads here, I've still got a little bit left quite a while ago, and that just pops in there. Okay, this was part of Happy Mail, this paper, and so were the stamps. Again, I don't know who it was, so thank you if you're watching this video. And that just pops out, okay, because I have another large pocket just in here. And this is sewn in with a 3-stitch pamphlet stitch, and I've kept it reasonably flat because I didn't want to embellish it too much, because you know, otherwise it's going to defeat the purpose, isn't it? So here I've just made a little, I tried one of my dies and used that as a little corner tuck, and this was in a bit of Happy Mail, so I've made that into just a normal little bookmark. It was really hard to not over embellish this. These are beautiful coffee dyed papers, and these are actually from Bev Dunn, which is Chrissy Phillips' mum here on Junk Journal Junksters Down Under group. And I've asked her if I could buy some of the coffee dyed papers, because she makes them really, really brown. And at the time I was away, like you all know, and I just haven't had the time. So I've used some in that. And some diary pages, so you've got some lines. The middle I've used 2 envelopes joined together and made pockets here, and I've actually put a little tag there, and the little postage stamp there. This was part of Happy Mail, and I've just put the label on there, so you know, you might want to write on there what it's for, and you can journal on here on the back as well. And here's another scrappy notepad, and I've just put that in there. Okay, so yeah, so I've kept it fairly plain, like I said, and yeah, and then that just tucks, it's all glued and stitched, of course, and that slides in quite easily in here. Okay, I just love this. I was going to make a journal out of this, and I thought, no, I just like the whole lot of it, and I've just instead popped a little stamp on the bottom there. But yes, and it just closes up really nice. And of course, you know, this is a headband, or was, I bought a pack of new headbands, So it's a new one. It's not a used one. And then I've just popped my bulb pin on there with, I think it's the other way around, like that. To say you got that little horseshoe. How cool is that? So this is one project I made. And then, of course, I've posted this on the Facebook page. I've made a Grungy Froggy journal. I mean, how cute's that? But my favourite piece is, of course, the little turtle. Look at this. And it's a piece of jewellery. It was a necklace. Okay. But how cool is that? Let's see if I can get it close up so you don't... Look. Isn't it gorgeous? And then here is a dragonfly. Okay. So we know dragonflies and frogs and fish all go together. So, yeah. So I made this one with tab binding. Oh, and another little green little stone here. I think it was of a necklace. I've left a lot of threads on, made it look really grungy, sort of like a mossy, watery sort of theme, because it has the water lilies there. And yes, I thought that just lended itself. The tie is just a piece of cotton that I've heavily coffee dyed long time ago. And I'll just take this pin off because that sort of holds the knot together. And you can, of course, put that wherever you like. But this is, isn't this just super? I mean to say, look at it. Okay. And it's the colouring is really pretty under here. It's green. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, but it's green. All right. Okay. So I'll put turtle over here. So yes, so the closer, you can take it off. Okay. And tab binding, and I've watched a lot of videos to get my head around it, and I've just come up with I had a children's books with frogs that I was going to keep to make someone a frog journal, but they decided they didn't want one, so which is fair enough. So I cut out all the pictures and made pockets and used them throughout. This is the bookmaker's note in there. This was part of a packaging. And it had this little bit of cardboard cut out, so I've left it there. Yes, and all I did was just tore away some of the paper to expose the corrugated part of the packaging. I used some music paper because we know, they always croak their melodies, and some cheesecloth, and yes, I've just sort of left it. And then on the back, it's got this one with the dragonfly. Will I or won't I? Will I or won't I? And this one is called a leap in life. So he's leaping to wherever he wants to go, and in the hope that he'll land somewhere where it's supposed to land, isn't it? And I think it sort of goes without saying throughout our life as well. Take the first step, and see where it takes us. So yeah, and I've used some really pretty eyelash trim. It's a variegated one I've had for a long time, and I've still got plenty of it, and I just love using that. And here I actually did a bit of stamping. Okay. Next page is my little pocket, all book pages, and I made a little tag, and this is just some dyed paper that I had left over, and just put a piece of music paper, magazine snippet, and I had a I cut out some little circles and was just experimenting, and I've just popped that on there with an eyelet. And I've just put a little label there. You might want to put in there what what it's for, what's in there. Scrapbook paper here that I've had, a bit more stamping. Here's another, isn't it gorgeous? And I've made another tag. This is actually a scrappy little just leftover papers that I had, and I've just sewed them together and popped some beads on there, and that just tucks in there nice and flat. Oh, it's actually a belly band. There you go. It's a belly band. And here we have another pocket. This is part of a book page, and then I just cut some off it to make that look come up. Look at the water lilies opening up there. And then I've just made this little booklet, just there with scrappy bits of paper. And it's actually this way, but because I put this big bead on, well, I suppose it doesn't matter which way you go. It looks really cool. This is from a book page as well. Okay, we're sitting on a rock, this frog. This comes out of a children's book. I think it was part of the Jungle Book. And yeah, and I just added it to this page to make it long enough to be able to put the tabs on. And then this one is stamped. This one is book page on some paper that had drawing on it. And some more. Where'd that come from? It's come from somewhere. Just let me have a look to see where that's come from. Got it from somewhere. Oh, there it is. Is that here somewhere? I have to have a look where that... I've got to get that out. Okay, so where was I? Here. There it is. Have to get that bead back out. There it is. Okay. Right, let's start again. This is one of my dyed papers. Made a long time ago, and I on the back it had all this drawing on it, but I always used this backing paper, and I thought, well, you know, that looks pretty cool. And I just tore the pages, and this is from another the same Rainforest children's book. I've just cut him out, sitting on a leaf there. Little pocket, and I've just made a little scrappy little 2-page little notebook there that you can, and these are all book pages with big animals on it, so I was able to just cut it so that you can actually write on the white pages there. Can't remember what animal that was. And then I've just put a blank piece in there. Okay, and then I just did a bit of collage on the front like that, and that just tucks in here. I've used a bit of organza as well, because it had that lovely foresty sort of green. And another little frog out of the Jungle Book. It's an unusual one. I wish I knew the name of that one. Through the still night air. So, you know, probably listening to the others. Bit of stamping. I need to make another grunge journal that's really grunged up with torn sides. Here's a tuck spot, and just with a bit of scrap paper that I've popped on the water lily, and you can journal on that. And this is I've got this punch, which is that one, and I punched some bits out and just popped them on there just for a bit of interest. And then I popped another one here. This is 2 pockets. So I've just used some of the pages to journal on. Okay, here's the punch out part, and you can actually, if I put that on there like that, it comes out white. And here I've punched another one so that you can see through. It's just some interest on these pages. It's only a very small journal, dragonfly, and I had this scrapbook paper left over, so I've just made a little frame. Here was another journaling spot, and this was a lime green envelope. Pocket, made another tag, cut out of something, I can't remember now, and I put on some coffee dyed papers, and I did another cut out there. It looks like a water lily type thing, little flip, and then you see it through here on the other side. Beautiful. And double pockets here, and I've just used some scrap paper. This is actually a little envelope. You might want to pop something in there. And here, this is just a little journaling card folded over, and you can just, I've used up a little scrappy tie, same fabric that I used throughout, and that just goes in here. And then in the pocket is another one. Okay, this part of all the envelope goes in here. On the back, again because I folded it over. Another pocket, and I've put a couple of tea cards of fish in there. They're cool. And you can journal on this. Come to the last page, and another cutout. And look at these frogs. Aren't they cool? Leap of faith. Yes. And that's the back. So yes, so that all goes together with that, and that's one piece. Also comes with this lovely little keyring journal. I've had these. I've got these for a while now. Thought I might as well use them. Blank pages. Grunged it up a bit. A little bit of sparkle. And frogs go with the garden. So I've had one of my little garden journals left over. And it's made all from green envelopes. The pages are made all from green envelopes. I did make a video of this a long time ago. And I'll just quickly show you. I used garden book pages cut in strips and made that put that on the edges to just reinforce some of the pages. It's a flip out envelope. What have we got in here? Oh yes, some scrap paper. Oh no, these are I think these are labels. Yes, you can cut out, you've got labels in there, so you might be able to want to use that in the garden to label something on a packet or something. I'll just get this out of the way. So yes, just made from green envelopes and garden book pages. Okay. I think that's an envelope to put maybe seeds in or something. Bit of wallpaper. A scrappy notepad. Another little tag in here, little stamp. Okay, this is a tuck spot, and this is fabric. I cut out this flower. It was on a cushion, and I cut out the flower to pop on there. The same is here. Did a bit of decoupage. It's a tuck spot with a tag and a stamp. Some more of those book pages. Another envelope that you can pop something in. I think I've put some scrappy bits of paper in here. And another little pad, and I've just stamped that on there. So you can just journal and rip it out if you like. So and this is made from a gardening file folder, and it was in a collection of gardening magazines, and I used that and kept it, and I just cut it to size. So it's very colourful. So that's handy to have. I have one in my garden shed where I can just jot down some notes. So my potting shed, I should say. So these will be listed in my Etsy store. So I just had to do a very quick share. These two in my Etsy, all these. This is one set, and then I'll put that one in, and of course this one was the one that I experimented with. All right, so thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'm on another project as well. I'll quickly show you. My husband because he's a researcher, he's researching the Baker family, and they've just opened up started a big new Facebook group, and they have 50 members. And when they started, I said, well, let's do a lucky draw thing when you get to 50 members. Well, it only took 3 weeks. So now I'm busy making a journal, and I've took apart a Reader's Digest book. This was a Reader's Digest book. I gutted it, and I covered it with cheesecloth, and then I've made this little spine. I don't know what. If anyone can tell me what they're called, please do, because I can't. I don't know the name. I had to Google it, like spine decoration or spine trim, and that sort of come up. And then I painted it with some acrylic paint. And the inside I did, because he printed out me some stuff from the site, from all the paper, all the stuff that they've got in the group. And of course, him being the admin, I said, well, I'll you know, put the recognition notice in here as well once it's all finished and who donated what. So, and I've got to do that. So I haven't Mod Podged this. This will get Mod Podged over. And so yeah, so that's going to be inside. It's going to have a hidden spine. And I'm just going to use this. I've had this for a long time. I've rusted it with a bit of bleach. It's a tree. And then I'll probably use a little bit of corrugated, how did I do that? Oh, here it is. Corrugated cardboard. And also I'm going to get the ship, the Neptune. I think it was the 1 or 2, I can't remember. And I'm going to cut that out, but I'm going to reprint it to put in the background, because that's it there, but I think it's too small. And then I'm just going to pop that there, and William Baker. So yeah, so lucky person, lucky descendants that are in the group will get one of these. So I'm busy making this now. So look, it's going to look awesome, I reckon. And I'll just use some heavy cardstock, and I sewed on it as well, made it look grungy, because all the papers were white. All right, now, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. I can probably do a little progress report on that journal, the Baker journal. Oh, sorry, I've just knocked you about there. So these will be listed in my Etsy store. This is a little 2-pack or with a little keychain journal, and this will be a separate listing as well. Until then, you know what you've got to do. It's a beautiful day here today, so I'll be going outside. Until next time, bye for now.